The insurance company is going to cancel my entire policy because of this old barn and Harold's car.
I know you're scared, Eleanor, but we have 30 days to clear this out and get the DeVille running again.
The panic in Eleanor Bishop's fading eyes was undeniable as she stood in the dim light of the wooden structure, her fragile hand resting on the crust of dirt caked onto the fender of the 1964 Cadillac DeVille. If a single corporate letter threatened to dismantle the home where you built your entire life, would you find the strength to confront the ghosts locked inside your own barn? Eleanor, an 86-year-old retired elementary school teacher who spent decades organizing classrooms and listening to children's laughter, now lives in a world that feels entirely too quiet. Her solitary life was recently appended when a home insurance specter flagged her weathered barn and the long-dormant Cadillac as an illegal storage hazard filled with ancient flammable clutter, issuing a cold 30-day ultimatum to rectify the violations or lose her property policy completely. Living alone on a razor-thin pension with failing legs that make daily chores impossible, she was completely paralyzed by the fear of being dropped by her insurance, financial blow she could never recover from at her age. As we began pulling back the rotten timber and clearing away the debris, the pale cream paint of the massive DeVille started to peek through the darkness, triggering a flood of memories that Eleanor had spent decades trying to outrun. Her voice trembled as she recalled the final afternoon of her teaching career in the late 70s. When her husband Harold pulled up to the school curb in this exact car to surprise her, the back seat piled high with floral arrangements from her students. She pointed to the weathered leather interior, remembering how they had practically lived out of this cabin for weeks, sleeping in the front seat outside the county hospital while their young son fought a severe heart condition. Harold used to keep his heavy wool jacket draped over the headrest just because he knew Eleanor always fell asleep on long cross-country drives, a small detail that made the giant car feel like a moving fortress. The most painful memory came as we neared the dashboard. Eleanor wept as she described the final night before Harold suffered a fatal stroke. When he sat out in this barn for hours alone in the dark, just listening to the analog radio play old jazz tunes. We treated the cleaning process like an excavation of love, using specialized foam to melt away 40 years of barn grime and careful leather conditioners to restore the parched upholstery until the cabin once again smelled of rich hide and nostalgia. When I finally cleared the ancient fuse box and pushed the silver dial on the dashboard, the glowing needles of the analog radio illuminated the dust motes in the air, filling the barn with a faint crackling melody that had Eleanor reaching for her handkerchief. The insurance company only see a risk on a spreadsheet, but they don't see the heartbeat of a family. Is it right for a corporation to threaten an old woman's peace of mind just because she held on to her husband's favorite memory?